Well, this didn't go the way that they expected. What's going on, everybody? My name is Blitzwinger. Ladies and gentlemen, we've got some drama in the Marvel Rivals community. The folks over at Marvel Rivals went ahead and tweeted a clarification as to how the brand new customization will be working. And let's just say some people are not taking well to the changes. But I am very curious to hear what you guys think in the comments section below. Now, of course, while you're scrolling down there to fire away your witty comment, don't forget to also go on ahead and leave a like. Thank you guys so very much for your support, and let's get into the actual news. So first and foremost, here's the official tweet from Marvel Rivals themselves. They say, "Hi Rival, customized color costumes will cost 600 unstable molecules for exchange." Clarifying that yes, there's yet another currency being introduced into Marvel Rivals, which for those of you that are not keeping track, that would mean we currently sit at 5 different currencies currently existing in this game. We have chrono tokens, we have lattice, we have costume coins, we have units, and now we have a new currency that will be used for this customization feature titled Unstable Molecules. Now, this is where things get a little bit more controversial because the tweet continues to read, "Unstable molecules can be exchanged from lattice at a 1-to-1 rate." I think a lot of people were hoping that what the word that we would see there would be units, not lattice. That way you could feel like you investing time into the game could be rewarded even further via this exchange into unstable molecules, because you can obviously earn units via different missions in the game, or maybe just simply completing the battle pass completely and then exchanging chrono tokens into units, so that you would feel like you're actually kind of being rewarded even more for putting your time into the game. So I think that was kind of a huge crucial point of why people were unhappy with this announcement. They go on to say, "You must first obtain the costume before you can customize them. Initially, only a select few costumes will have this feature, and we will expand more over time to other costumes. When you customize your colors, this will affect both the intro animation, the MVP, and the emotes, which is super cool. So at least you will feel like you're getting that little bit of extra, I guess, attention to detail. So that's nice. Starting with Season 3, and this is another good piece of this announcement, we will provide more options to obtain unstable molecules. Please let us know which costumes you want to see with customized colors in the future." So of course, this went off like a big giant boom in the Marvel Rivals community, because a lot of people were saying things like this: 600 for a recolor of a skin that costs $24 feels like we're getting scammed. Some people were making fun of the fact that obviously oftentimes people who are very big fans of Marvel Rivals kind of say that they can do no wrong. So this person here tweeted saying, "Someone said that the other game would charge for this." Of course, implying that Marvel Rivals is also charging for this. So isn't that ironic? This person right here went on to say, "Nah, if I spent money on a skin, I shouldn't have to pay for a recolor again. Insomniac understood this," referring to the Spider-Man games where we got recolors for skins available. So obviously not very happy with this announcement. Rivals Info went ahead and tweeted saying, "Y'all making new currencies like meme coins," which I think is kind of a valid point, just in the sense that like Marvel Rivals has been around for 132 days, the day that I dropped this video, and we are currently sitting at 5 currencies in this game. And don't get me wrong, I know that like things like costume coins are not that prevalent and unstable molecules are not that prevalent, but still, it's starting to feel a little overwhelming with how many currencies are already in the game. And it's just making me think, like, in the future, will every single new feature come along with some type of new currency to go along with it? I'm not a big fan of that. I feel like it's just confusing. Why can't we just use like lattice for most of these things? That way it's nice and streamlined. But don't get me wrong, it wasn't all negative. Like, for example, this person right here says, "Understandable with the amount of free stuff given to us," which is an interesting point, just in the sense that Marvel Rivals does do an excellent job of giving away a bunch of free things along with the free game to begin with. Because, I mean, they do give us, like, right now, we've got the Scarlet Witch skin, we've got the Mantis skin, we've got a multitude of different skins every season that are given to us for free. So it's an interesting, different perspective. So I did want to make sure that I did voice that part of the argument as well. This person right here says, so many games charge for this feature, or they just release a recolor of the same skin for the same amount, if not even more. I guess implying that this is really just common practice within the free-to-play sphere. So why are people freaking out? We also have this person right here clarifying, saying people are moaning at the price of a cosmetics on a free game is hilarious, which again is a pretty common prevalent point that was raised by some people who are defending this decision, or I guess in favor, or I'm not even sure if they're in favor. I feel like they're more so just saying like, no duh, like this is how it's going to be for free to play games. I don't understand why people are so surprised. Then we have people that are just simply excited about the fact that there is customization coming to the game in a more prevalent way, saying absolutely love the ability to customize. Thank you. So I think that in general, the prevalent opinion is kind of the following. I feel like there's like 60 to 70% of the community that hates this announcement. Like I saw a commentary on my video from yesterday saying, if the color options aren't free, they better only be 100 to 200 units extra. That is kind of, I think, what everyone was hoping to see. Just a really small little bump up in cost over the default cost. That way it would feel like you're getting a good value. But it seems like most of the community is not very receptive to this idea. Then there's a part of the community that's more so just kind of saying like, hey guys, this is the nature of free-to-play games. Like, I hate to break it to you, but when you have a game that's free, they need to find ways to monetize the game. And the best way to do so is through the cosmetics. This is just the way that it's going to be. Like, love it or hate it, that's the reality of free-to-play games. And then there are people that are perfectly fine with it and feel like this is an exciting new feature that will, I guess, allow you for more creative expression via allowing you to have all these different recolors available to you. So I'm very curious to hear what you guys think. I also really like this comment right here saying it would be great if you can unlock the recolors through quests for each character, sort of like a way to, I guess enhance the proficiency side of things for characters. I think that would be such a genius way for them to maybe win back a little bit of favor with the community with this decision. Because again, anytime that there's going to be a feature that essentially says, hey, you have to spend a little bit more for it, I don't think people are going to be receptive to it. But I think if they at least gave people like another way to earn at least some of these recolors, I think that would be really cool. At the same time though, I think it would be completely hypocritical for me to sit here and pretend like Marvel Rivals hasn't treated us well as the player base, because again, we have to be honest about the fact that Marvel Rivals has given us a ton of free stuff by most free-to-play games standards. They're also speeding up the production time starting with season number 3, which means that they're going to be working even harder in terms of being able to get these characters, maps, changes, skins out even faster. So the fact that the production is ramping up, I guess I could kind of understand the justification that they need to come up with other ways to monetize the game. My one criticism though is that I will say I just don't understand why every single one of these new features has to have a new currency. It starts to feel like those cluttered mobile games where there's just 1,000 different types of currencies, where any new player just feels overwhelmed and confused, thinking to themselves, hold up, so I need to use units in order to buy lattice, and then I could use lattice in order to buy chrono tokens, or no, wait, I can use chrono tokens in order to complete my battle pass, but then I can also exchange my chrono tokens into lattice, and then I can change my lattice into units and my units into unset. Like, it's like it just becomes so freaking confusing. I just don't understand why we can't have, let's say, just 3 currencies. We could have lattice as the premium currency that we spend real money on, units as the in-game currency that you can earn via challenges and missions, and let's say the chrono tokens that are specifically restricted to the battle pass. That seems so much more streamlined and simpler to follow. Regardless though, let me know what you guys think down in the comment section below. How are you taking the news about this new customization system being implemented in the game already? Do you like it? Dislike it? Do you think that it still has potential to be saved via the methods that they're going to be introducing starting with season number 3, where they said that they would give us more ways to actually earn unstable molecules? That way you don't feel like you have to spend real money or obtain lattice in order to go ahead and use unstable molecules. So let me know what you guys think. I'm very curious down in the comment section below. Of course, like always, I hope y'all have an absolutely fantastic rest of your day. If you guys enjoyed today's video, please don't forget, like I mentioned at the top, smash that thumbs up button. And if you'd like to see a full breakdown of the latest patch notes, make sure to click the video that you're currently seeing on your screen. Thanks all for watching. Have an absolutely fantastic rest of your day. Peace out. I'll see y'all later, alligators.